In today's video, we are going to be taking a closer look at the Bulwark robot. So the Bulwark robot is one of the newer robots which have recently hit the live server with the last update version 3.9. I figured I'd do a tutorial on this robot because there are many players out there considering actually getting this robot, or maybe you actually have it already, but you're not sure what weapons work based on it. So I'm going to try to offer as many tips to that and my thoughts on this robot. So we're going to be covering stats. What are this robot's capabilities, how does a shield work and stuff, what weapons can it block, and what weapons work based on the Bulwark, and how does it fit into the current meta where many players are running Dash and Spectres. But anyways, as far as the stats go, 175,000 health at level 12. This is not Mach 2, 40 kilometers an hour. Its special ability is Core Protection. I'm going to be clicking on the descriptive box here, so if you want, you can pause this video, read up on it. You can see that the cooldown time of this ability is 4 seconds. Now, switching to the Mach 2 level 12, so this is the max level Bulwark here. You can see 210,000 health. The speed is the same, so everything else is the same. So as far as the health, 20% more health. The physical shield and the energy shield will also be slightly stronger because obviously you have upgraded it, to the max level now. But as far as what this robot looks like, this is how the robot looks like in 3D view. So it kind of reminds me of a Natasha in a way, or a cross between a Natasha and a Carnage because of the energy shield. So that's what it looks like. And now what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to be showing you guys a demonstration of how the shield works and when you actually want to use it for different situations. And then we're going to move on to what weapons I found work actually really well for it out of the games that I played, and maybe kind of do one game where I kind of demonstrate how I use this Bulwark on the battlefield, and then I'm going to offer you my thoughts on it. But anyways, let's get down to the demonstration of how the shield actually works. Okay, so in this demonstration, Ben is firing Orkans at me to knock down my energy shield. You can see in the top left corner, it shows 0 and it's not regenerating. That is because in order for the shield to regenerate, you have to actually turn it off. So you're going to see the orb turn off. And now you can see that my shield is starting to regenerate. I can actually still take damage here because I obviously haven't turned it on. So he's going to fire a couple of rounds at me. You see my health go down. And then I'm going to activate my shield, and you'll see it's able to block his Orkans. So when you see the orb turn on, there we go. So now I should be able to block some of his Orkans until it's knocked down, and then I start taking damage. Okay, so in this next demonstration, I asked Ben to fire his Fiery Tempest, at my shield to knock it all the way down. Because I'm still in this mode with the shield on, I can actually take quite a bit of damage. You can see my health dropping. So what I do is I turn it off. You see my shield regenerating, but when I turn it off, I actually have a physical shield now. So I asked him to fire again, and you can see me actually block his rounds. And he's able to keep on firing at me, and I can block it until my physical shield breaks. And you can always tell when the physical shield breaks. It's kind of like the Lancelot. You'll see something pop off, and then you'll see like a trail of black smoke. And that's how you know your shield has been broken. In that case, I do have to turn my shield on if I want to block him, because obviously I'm going to be taking damage. So you can see there's something popped off. And I'm going to move a little bit to the side so you can see the trail of smoke. So there you go. You can see the black smoke. Now I don't have a physical shield. If he fires at me, I'm going to take damage. So you can see a little bit of damage there. I asked him to fire a little bit again so I can take that damage. And then I'm going to turn on my shield. Okay, so you can see me taking damage, and then I turn my shield on and I'm able to block him until my shield gets knocked all the way down, and then obviously I start taking damage from then on. So unlike the energy shield of, say, the Hetchi, this shield can actually block everything, even Scourge. But the best thing to actually do when you do see someone that has a Scourge is to actually turn your shield off. That way your physical shield can block it, and you can save your energy shield or if someone decides to fire, say, Orkans or Tulumbus at you. So that's kind of how I would treat it. You can see my shield breaking there, so I'm switching back and forth between my physical shield and my energy shield in order to absorb that damage. In this final demonstration, I wanted to show you guys the ability of the Bulwark to actually block shock trains. So I'm going to turn on my energy shield here. Benny's going to fire his shock trains, and you can see my energy shield took half damage. But I think if I had to actually engage with a Balkazari or like a Spectre shock trains, it might be actually better to turn it off. The reason why is because if they have a teammate nearby with Orkans, you know, if your energy shield is dropped down to like half, they only have half an energy shield to get through. So something to think about. You know, when you're engaging shock trains, maybe it's best not to turn it on. Just have them hit your physical shield, and then use the energy shield against Orkans. The next clip is going to be very important because you're going to see my teammate get hit by shock trains, and I get hit secondaries here, but I'm able to stop it. So you can see there, my teammate got hit with shock trains, but because I had an energy shield, you know, activated, it was able to actually block the secondary. So something to think about if you're in a squad and your teammates are getting hit, maybe turn it on so that you don't get hit as well. So what are the best weapons for the Bulwark? What I've actually done here was I've kind of categorized them into close range, medium range, and long range. So close range being anything under 350 meters. In this case, I prefer the Exodus. I've run the Ember, I've run the Redeemer, which actually wasn't too bad. But the Exodus definitely was a lot better than the other two, so I would recommend that. And in terms of medium range, I really like the Dragoons. I tried the Zeus, but you know how powerful the Dragoons are. Like, how could you not choose it for this bot? So yeah, I definitely found the Dragoons very deadly. And for long range, the Flux. I know some players might run Trebs, but for me, the thing with Trebs is you'll charge up, and if you miss fire, or you know, you just happen to miss your target, you've just wasted 23 seconds of a reload. With the Flux, at least, you know, if you miss fire, you can kind of realign yourself and then charge up and then fire again. So those are my top picks for the Bulwark in terms of range. So now what I want to do is I want to actually run a game so that you guys can see how I take all this knowledge and tips that I've kind of presented to you and I apply it on the battlefield. Okay, so we've dropped in on Powerplant map, and this is Team Deathmatch. Now I'm going to try see if I can maybe get some shots in with my Bulwark here with the Dragoons. Okay, so I know that player back there, he has the Zeus. So I'm going to actually deactivate my shield here so I can use my physical shield instead. This way I can block him, and if someone were to kind of jump at me with Orkans, at least I have an energy shield to help prevent that splash damage. Looks like these guys are all huddled behind that building back there. Oh, and they do have shock trains. I saw some glowing back there too. So I'm going to back up just a little bit here. Now that player has the Scourge. Trying to get some good shots in on that Balkazari back there. See if we can get a couple hits on this guy. So you can see here I'm getting hit by the Scourge, so I'm going to move back behind cover here. And then see if I can maybe hit this guy. This one's actually really close. I think this is the one that's in that Balkazari with the shock trains perhaps. Okay, I don't know if you saw that, but I saw my front shield pop off, so I'm going to use my energy shield now to help absorb with that damage that is being dealt to me. Let me deactivate it here, charge it up a little bit more. These guys are going to be attacking on this right side here. This guy's really close. Yeah, I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna turn my shield on here because we're gonna need that shield against these Orkans. So that's kind of what I mean. You know, you've got to really save. You've got to really save those the energy shield just in case. I'm just going to move back. I'm going to activate my shield now and then try to see if I can take this guy out. There we go. deactivate and let my shield charge back up. Trying to see if I can get an angle in on that guy because he's huddled up behind the wall here. Let me just turn my shield on. Oh, that's a lot of Hydras. Trying to get a shot in on him, but he's kind of locked against that wall there and I can't hit him. I'm gonna have to deactivate here because I don't have a shield again. Let's move back a bit. Something tells me we might have more than one player with Hydras here. What's going on? Come on, get out of stealth. I'm gonna turn my shield on. I actually want to get out of this bot. Otherwise I'm gonna be camping all the time. So let's see if we can get out of this bot. And let's see what's going on. So look at A. There's someone right here. Oh, here we go. So what I have to be careful of now is whether this player has Orkans. One of the things which I found with a Bulwark, it is very vulnerable to the Spectre Orkan build. So if you are running a Bulwark, make sure that you keep your distance. Man, I don't even know which way to turn. I don't know why this guy's firing at me. Yeah, I've got to be careful of this guy here too. I'm going to turn on my shield because as you can see here, he has Orkans, so he's going to try to knock me out. And my shield's now gone, so I'm going to regenerate, and I'm going to fire a couple of rounds here just to keep him at bay. Let that shield regenerate. And turn it back on. This player to my left here, he's waiting to attack too, because all these guys are kind of huddled behind the buildings here. I'm trying to actually flush these guys out. This guy, I'm going to turn my shield on now. Come on. There we go. I think that was slightly a little bit too late, but you got to keep in mind I'm playing on an iPhone here, so the controls are really, really small. Let's see if we can get this guy. Yeah, we got to be careful of that Spectre there. There's another player here. What does he have? I'm gonna turn. Yeah, he's got Orkans. So that's why I say to you, always save up that shield, because you never know what the other guy's gonna have. If he's got Orkans, that could be a very big problem. Man, I'm taking on so much damage here. You know what? It's because I'm trying to fire. His buddy is actually protecting him there. So I'm gonna spawn in with my second one here. And this way he won't be able to stop this because we're fully loaded here. So let's see if we can get around to the left side. I'm not sure what that other player has. I'm going to deactivate it just in case, because it looks like he might have plasma or something. And something you can see me do here is fire above that little ridge there. And I think my shield is broken, so you can see that trail of smoke. Now that I know that it's broken, I've got to make sure that, first of all, that I reload my Exodus here. The other thing that I need to do is I got to make sure that I have that energy shield up. I'm just knocking his shield down so that he can't sit back there. I don't know what this player has here. Let me see if I can maybe move to the left side. If he has a Spectre, I am going to be in trouble. Let's see. Oh man, I'm in trouble. Yep, I'm definitely in trouble. So this is what I mean. If the other guy has a Spectre Orkans, it could spell it disaster. So I'm trying to use my shield here to help absorb all that damage, and he's gonna get flanked. My teammate didn't even see him yet. Okay, so we managed to take him out. I've got to deactivate here because I do not have a shield at all. I actually got really lucky there because more often than not I find if I'm going up against a Spectre Orkans, more often than not I end up getting killed. I wonder if I can fire. Oh, I can. Look at that. Something that you may want to keep in mind. You can actually fire your Exodus above these grates or whatever it is, these buildings. Just waiting for my Exodus to charge up, and then I need to activate the shield here. Let's deactivate. Oh man, good thing I got the shield, but I don't know if it's gonna save me here. Let's see. Trying to move to the side. Let's see if we can get this to charge up here, because I think I might be able to take this Inquisitor down. Let that shield charge up. Yep, there we go. And that is game. So hopefully you guys can see, you know, when I use the shield. And, you know, in this case, I was using the Exodus, and it actually ended up working really well for me because Powerplant map is ideal for that weapon. But anyways, guys, my final thoughts of the Bulwark. So the Bulwark actually isn't that bad of a bot. I found it very effective on larger maps when I was running the Flux or the Dragoons. So I think that's where we may potentially see Champion League players kind of gravitate towards, and they may move away from the Fury builds and then kind of move towards the Bulwark, because you obviously have you know, the 2 shield system with the physical and the energy shield, which can actually help quite a lot. So I think if I was going up, say, against a Fury with a similar build, so say a Bulwark with Flux against a Fury Flux, the Bulwark is most likely going to win because you have that physical shield and you have the energy shield to absorb that damage, which actually makes a very big difference, especially on a larger map. But I do like the Exodus build a lot because it's just my style of playing. I think a lot of players are going to gravitate towards that, but you do have to be very careful of Orkan builds, you know, whether it be the Spectre or the Hatchie. But other than that, definitely very enjoyable bot to play. I like that, you know, you have to really think about when to use your physical and your energy shield. So I kind of like that aspect of it. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think of the Bulwark. Do you have a particular favorite build that you like to run if you are running one? And yep, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Until the next video, I'll catch you guys later.